Hi friends, Sunil here. Welcome to this channel. In the last video we have discussed how to define a class, create objects of the class, and using the objects how to access the methods of the class. In this video we are going to focus on class variables, instance variables, and the init method. So here I am defining a class employee without any attributes or method. So I am giving pass here. Then I am creating an object emp1 of class employee, another object emp2 also of class employee. So emp1 and emp2 are instances of class employee. Then I am creating the instance variables first, last, and sal. The value of the instance variables can be different depending on the instance with which the value is associated. Here the variables are associated with the instance emp1. So they are having values Tom, Jackson, and 10,000. So in the next case, the variables are associated with emp2. So they are having a different value, Brendan, Vogue, and salary as 12,000. So the value of the instance variables depends on the instance with which these variables are associated with. Then after that I am printing the first name of both emp1 and emp2. So we will run this. So it has printed the first name of instance emp1, that is Tom, and emp2, that is Brendan. Now here we have created the instance variables manually and it takes more coding. So we can do the same automatically using the init method. This init method is a special function which gets called whenever a new object of a class is created. It is called constructor in object-oriented terminology. So here I am defining the init method. You have to put underscores before and after the init. Then I am having 4 parameters: self, first, last, and sal. These are the instance variables. First, last, and sal are the instance variables. So I am creating an object here, emp1 of class employee, and having 3 arguments, Tom, Jackson, and 10,000. So as soon as this emp1 is created, it will call the init method, and the instance variables in the method, that is first, last, and sal, will be initialized with the values Tom, Jackson, and 10,000 respectively. This self represents the object itself. It represents the instance, that is emp1. It will be emp1 now. So emp1.fname will be first, that is Tom. emp.lname will be this last, that is Jackson, and emp1.sal will be 10,000. After that I am creating another object emp2 with the arguments as Brendan, Vogue, and 12,000. So when this object is created, the arguments will be passed to first, last, and sal. So Brendan will be passed to first in variable, Vogue to the last, and sal 12,000, that is 12,000 will be passed to the instance variable sal. So emp2 fname will be Brendan, emp2 lname will be Vogue, and emp2 sal will be 12,000. So after that I am printing the first name of both the instances emp1 and emp2. It will give me the same result. So we will run this. So it has printed Tom and Brendan. That is the first name of instance emp1 and the first name of instance emp2. So that was the init method. Added a method full name. This method will return the full name of the employee. I am calling this method from the print statement here. Print emp1.fullname. So this method will get called and self will be the instance emp1. So in the method it will format emp1.fname, emp1.lname into these two placeholders and return the full name of emp1, which will get printed here. After that I am calling the method again. This time the method is associated with instance emp2. So self will be emp2 and it will return the full name of emp2 and that will get printed here. So we will run this. So here it has printed the full name Tom Jackson of instance emp1 and then it has printed Brendan Waugh, which is the full name of instance emp2. Now we will see the class variables. So here I have defined 4 class variables. Percentage increment, then employee count, then designation desig1 and desig2. These class variables are defined just below the class header and above all the methods. Unlike the instance variables which are defined within the methods, here the class variables are defined above the methods. Then here in this init method, I have added one more statement, that is employee count is employee count plus 1. So whenever an instance of employee is created, that is whenever a new object is created, it will call the init method, and whenever the init method is called, it will add 1 to the employee count. So employee count will be incremented by 1 whenever a new object is created. So here after that I have added a method apply increment. This method will increase the salary of the employees. Now each of these class variables can have only one value. Now we can access the class variables by using the dot operator. These class variables can be accessed by class and instances of the class by using the dot operator. So we will see that here. Here I am printing name emp1 dot full name. It will call this method full name, which will return the full name of emp1 and that will get printed here. Then here end is equal to space means I am overriding the new line. By default it is new line. So I want to print the designation also in the same line. So I have put end is equal to space here. After that I am printing emp1 desig. The desig is a class variable. So it is accessed by instance emp1. Desig2 is accessed by instance emp1. So desig2 is analyst. So analyst will get printed here. Then after that in this print statement I am printing the salary before increment. So here it is printing the percentage. Here percent increment is a class variable. It is having value 5. So it is accessed by instance emp1. So emp1 dot percent increment will print 5. Then after that it is printing the salary of emp1. So as we know that at the time of creating the object emp1, the salary was 10,000. So this salary, it has called the init method at the time of creating this object, and this salary was initialized with 10,000. So emp1.sal is 10,000. Then I am calling this method apply increment. It is associated with instance emp1. So it will call this method apply increment and self will be emp1. So emp1.sal, that is 10,000, into emp1 dot percentage increment. This percentage increment is the class variable which is accessed by EMP1. So it is 5 by 100. So 10,000 into 5 by 100 will be 500. That will be added to EMP1 sal, which is 10,000. So it will become 10,500. And that value will be moved to EMP1 sal. So the final value of EMP1 sal after increment will be 10,500. And that value will get printed here. Salary after increment will be the final value of EMP1 sal. So 10,500 will be printed here. This we are printing after calling the method. So 10,500 will be printed here. So similarly, for employee 2, EMP2, we are printing the details here. Here also I am calling the apply increment method, but this time it is associated with instance EMP2. So self will be EMP2 and salary it will take as 12,000 and calculate. And after calculation of the new salary, it will print EMP2 sal. Now the point to be noted here is that this percentage increment, this class variable, was accessed by EMP1 and EMP2. This class variable percentage increment, that value 5, it was accessed by the instance variables EMP1 and EMP2 for calculation. Now after that, here I am printing the number of employees. So I am printing employee count. Here employee count is accessed by the class employee. All this time we were accessing the class variables was accessed by the instances EMP1 and EMP2. Here the class variable is accessed by the class. So it will print the number of employees. After that, it is printing the dictionary, that EMP1.dict. This dictionary dict is a inbuilt attribute which will print the key value pairs for this object EMP1. So we are printing the key value pairs for EMP1 and EMP2. So we will execute this. So here it is, it has printed the name and designation and other detail, that is salary before increment, that is 10,000, and after increment 10,500. So this was for instance EMP1. Then for instance EMP2, it has printed the details, that is salary before increment and after increment, it has printed the designation. Then the number of employees, it is 2, it has printed 2. Then these are the key value pairs for EMP1 and EMP2. The first is the key value pair for EMP1 and this for EMP2. So we have covered classes, objects, method, class variable, instance variable, and init method. Hope you understood this video. If you are having any doubts, put in the comment box. If you like this video, share it with your friends and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks very much.